everybody, I got a tip. If you want me here, take a trip. It make you holler, it make you shout. Come along with me, we're tripping now. Now listen, girls, and listen, boys. These little things, they ain't no toys. They are for real, know what I mean. They make you holler, they make you shout. Come on, baby, we'll trip on out.
What is going on, y'all? I had a hard fucking day. When I wasn't talking on the phone, anyway. But shout out to the ladies that I was talking to today. One of them is kicking ass and taking names in the legal world. Um, she's eventually going to come up here and talk about it. It answers the question that I've asked many times: is like, how the fuck do these weird ass laws get passed that involve transitioning kids from one sex to the other? Like, how the fuck does that happen? And she actually has the answer to that. Why? She's been uncovering a lot of things, and she's putting some uh, judges and politicians in the spotlight. And eventually, she's going to come up here and talk about it. But it answers that question inadvertently as to how they stack the deck and how they keep good people from being lawyers, and how these fucking weirdos that are incompetent get law licenses. She's got the answers to all that, and it's pretty wild. Okay. I might talk about my weird ass day today. We had a fire out close to where my parents live, and when that happens, it can take a very long time. It can take an hour to get a fire truck. So when there's a fire, first they call 911, and then they call the neighbors, and everybody runs and basically saves the foundation, and then brags that they fought the fire. And that's part of what I did today. That's I might get into the rest of that later. I don't know. Let's see who we got here. Yeah, my fucking chat just froze out. Man, pretty sure it's my phone. This phone's like a year old. They usually don't last all that long. But anyway, here's what I can see. What's up, Fart Casper? Nope, it's not Kurt. Yeah, we might have a guest up here that who had some pretty nasty allegations made about him. I don't know, a couple of years ago. Um, a lot of you weren't around then, so you don't know what I'm talking about. But he's had some of the charges dropped, or is going to have them dropped. I don't know. If he comes up, I'll let you explain it. I know a lot more than I'm allowed to say, because I've seen things that kind of prove part of his innocence that the court hasn't seen yet, and I don't know. I don't want to fuck up and say the wrong thing, but hopefully he'll come up and explain it. But no, it's not Kurt. What's up, Rod? Nerdy Parent? Oh, there he is. You can hit the pinned comment if you want to come up, Nerdy Parent. What's up, JFK? What's up, Anthony? What's up, with Ghosts? What's up, Mandingo? What's up? Hey, Melinda. And Andrea D. Yeah. Guys, I'm sorry. I started thinking about Melinda and Andrea, and I squirrel. Kind of lost my train of thought there. Driving drunk to neglect my kids. What's up? What's up, Rod Plumber? Maybe I already read your name. I can't keep track. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. What's up, West? What's up, soft ass feelings? Hey, you, Sarah Luco. Man, sorry if I missed anybody. What's up, Jade? Charges? Yeah, he was charged with human trafficking and things of that nature. And the story that we were told was that he was forcing somebody to prostitute, but as it turns out, um, he wasn't forcing her to do it. He admits his culpability in the part that he did play. Um, so he's not completely innocent, but he didn't force her to do it, and I've seen proof of that. Looks like you're sleeping under my tarp tonight. Awesome. Nah, yeah, that's okay. We got lots of ventilation out here. Put cream on your feet. I'm not a foot guy, so I'm driving drunk to neglect my kids. Yeah, so hopefully uh, he'll come up here and explain it better than I will. I'm always like I've known about a lot of things, and I have mentioned it a little bit here and there. Um, but there are things that I'm not allowed to let out yet, and I'm always afraid I'm going to fuck up and let out too much. Oh yeah, Sarah Luco is definitely Lee. What's up, Bryden? Yeah, two of his three charges are being dropped. Just come on up here, man. I'm dying up here. And there is, see, this is going to make me some enemies because there was a whole uh, like 2 hour stream on Ed's channel where she came up and told us all of this stuff, and a lot of what she said was not true, and I believed it also. Um, like I hated this man, based on what I'd seen, and I've already gotten a lot of shit from people that were supposed to be, on my side or supposed to be in my circle, even though some of them never really were. They just thought they were, but I got a lot of shit just for talking to him. And the only thing he asked for at first was just to not be dragged again until after they went to court, which, fine, whatever. And when I started talking to him, it was with the intent of like catching him in lies and stuff, or I started out like just trying to gather more evidence, but the more I saw, the more I realized that uh, not everything she said was true. And there were also some claims made about Tommy that it doesn't sound like any of that shit was true either. Or at least some of it was completely not true, apparently, and some of it was, kind of half truth or whatever. Um, so, yeah. Zach, I know it's hard to believe women, all they got to do is bat their eyes and say it the right way, and we're all in, right? So they tend to get away with it more. But I mean, proof is proof. And Dingo would have been crucified for saying that. Look, I'm going to get crucified for this. I'm going to get crucified by people that I consider to be friends. I'm going to get hit from both sides, like I always do. Yes, Mandingo. After his final court date, we are going to show all that. Um, I've seen some of the evidence hasn't been that isn't public yet, but it will be. And I've seen some court documents. Um, I have no way to screen share, or I would show you what I'd be allowed to. But uh, yeah, some of the stuff isn't official yet. He got. I wish he would come up here and explain this himself. Um, as far as like the trafficking charge and one of the other charges being dropped, that hasn't happened in court yet. But that's the offer that his lawyer got, and then they have to go to court for it, and sometime in October. But yeah, basically the human trafficking charge is being dropped. Look, believe me, y'all, I hated this guy because of what I'd been told about him, and I wouldn't be here sticking up for him if I didn't know that what I'm saying now is the truth, because it's gonna, you know, I'm already on an island by myself, but this is gonna make it worse. What's the dude's name is Michael Hilton. I'm sorry, it's not I am just so used to intentionally leaving people's names out. um, that's just how I talk, but it's not really a secret. His name's Michael Hilton. Human trafficking's been dropped. That came from his lawyer today. It's not official yet, but that was after he presented some evidence, some text messages that I'd seen a while back. I guess they realized that he wasn't really forcing her to be trafficked. He was her pimp, and he admits to that, and he's um, you know not really fighting that charge, but which is not my thing. It's not a lifestyle I would choose because I don't like the idea of other dudes nailing my old lady. Um, but she presented it as if she was being forced, and she wasn't. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is Michael Hilton. What's going on, man?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm all right. I figure you could do a better job of explaining this than I can because I'm not very smart.
Well, yeah, like we talked about earlier, I just, I can discuss certain parts of it, just not all of it until the rest of it is done.
Right.
But going to court today, the state offered, after realizing that the alleged victim was not a victim, they are willing to drop the or the human trafficking charges and the pandering charge because they found that there was no evidence to go forward with those after me coming forward with my evidence.
Right. And I wish we actually. Do you have a way to screen share what you can show?
I don't know how to do that. My phone doesn't
Okay.
even show me like an option for that. I've never even
Oh
done it
yeah,
before.
if you're on a phone, yeah, there's no way to do it from a phone. That's why I can't do it.
Oh, okay.
When the time comes, we'll get somebody that can screen share, and we'll
Yeah.
just give it all to them, and they can post it.
So the question of people saying, how do we know that she was not forced? Because there is situations that were occurring prior to this last situation that suggest this was a continued pattern of behavior. And obviously, there was a year-long investigation on this case that provided and proved no evidence at all whatsoever, no physical evidence that showed anything regarding anyone being human trafficked. So I would like to think that the CBI, FBI, and Douglas County Sheriff's Office, 3 different offices working together, worked on it for a year, and they found absolutely no evidence of anything.
I mean, there's actually evidence to the complete contrary from what I've seen with, the text messages of her. Man, I don't know how much I can say, but I've seen with my own 2 eyes text messages between her and Michael that contradict that she was being forced into it, and there is proof that she was doing it before they knew each other. And there's, yeah.
And for the record, no, she did not hand over money to me. I never received any money from this. She kept all the money for herself, and I do have financial records to prove that too.
I don't think I've seen all of that, but I've seen a little bit.
I thought I sent you that paper that showed the financial record. If not, I can get that and send it to you.
No, you did. I remember you sent me something, but I just don't remember if that was like everything or not. But I do remember you sent something that showed the money went to her.
Yeah, I have a record of a minimum of just a little over 32 grand that she spent herself. So yes, I do have financial records of that. That had nothing to do with me.
I mean, NURD does make a good point, and it's something that I thought about. That like
I made
you guys
over
were
7.
married, so
yeah, I understand that point, and that would make sense to someone who is outside of the situation. But being in the situation, I can tell you that I made it abundantly clear multiple times that I wanted nothing to do with any of the money, nor did I have anything to do with any of the money. After, I would say, a few 3, 4, 5 months or whatever of doing it, the money disappeared. She stopped keeping it in a lockbox. She started keeping it put up somewhere, and I don't know how much it was. I don't know what she had. I don't know any of that. The money just simply disappeared. She didn't talk about it. She didn't want to talk about it. And I didn't care because it didn't involve me, and I could care less whatever she was doing with the money, because as far as I told her, that's her entitlement, and I want nothing to do with it. I made over $7,000 a month take home, so I had plenty enough money to pay my own bills, take care of the rent and food and utilities and everything. So I had no need for any of her money.
it sounds like, I mean, and kind of the point that I'm trying to make, and I think they're trying to make too, is being as you live together, like that money went into the household unless she was spending it all.
Didn't.
It sounds like
The money did not go into the household. That's the point. The money went into gambling and went into her drug habit that she had at the time.
Okay.
The
I'm
money
just
was
saying
not
that,
going
like,
into the household.
Like if you, I don't know if you would give her money to gamble or not, but I'm just saying that there's money that she had to spend on whatever she wanted to that you wouldn't have had to spend. You know what I mean? But if she's blowing it all on gambling and other shit that you wouldn't have been able to pay for, I guess. But
Well, like I said, the last year of the relationship was not even a relationship. It was, I guess best term to describe it would be, it was almost roommates at best, I guess. It was not a relationship anymore, definitely.
Right. I know the way I ran things when I, long term had girls living with me is we always kept our finances separate. Now I usually almost always made more money than the girls, so
Yes, Andrea D., I did pay every bill that the household had, just like I had for the previous 7 years before that. So why would that have changed? I was able to maintain the bills for all that time and kept maintaining the bills for all that time. So there's only one charge left, and we're working on getting that one pleaded down to a lesser charge based on more evidence that is being presented to the DA by my lawyers. I don't even know who Sherry is, so if someone's saying that I'm calling
No,
you,
he's
that's
Zach. Zach, he's not talking about Sherry. He's talking about fuck, I'm having a brain fart. This isn't about. This has nothing to do with Sherry at all.
Yeah, I don't know who Sherry is, so that's irrelevant.
Fuck, I'm having a brain fart. I've had a lot of concussions, so like sometimes names and dates just completely disappear from my head. Um, fuck, what is her name? uh,
Well, got the first letter right, but I'm not mentioning names.
Celeste. Yeah, there. Thank you, JFK. I can't believe I forgot that. I just there are a lot of people that haven't been around that long and they don't know like what's happened.
Right.
You know,
I was not okay with her doing it. I actually begged her for many months to stop. And every time that I had that conversation, like I told Bill earlier, I was met with opposition and justification by the individual stating how they wanted to keep doing it so they could, try to do other financial things in life, and trying to convince me that there was a need to keep doing it for their own financial gain, which I kept arguing. And I honestly, I checked out after a while. I couldn't do it anymore. The relationship died, and it's is what it is. Like I tried. I tried for months, but you can't argue with someone who doesn't want to listen or change.
yeah, yeah. There's a reason why you're divorced, right?
Yes.
I mean, I couldn't. Uh, I wouldn't be able to handle that either. Like uh, one of my exes, we did quite a few threesomes, but it was always with another girl. I just can't get into another dude with my old lady. It's just not going there.
Right. I'm not sure what any of this that everyone's trying to assimilate has to do anything with Tommy. Tommy has nothing to do with this conversation. He was not involved in any part of any of this at all remotely whatsoever. So if people want to bring up Tommy, they can bring that up in their own conversation with whatever they want to talk about him. But Tommy has nothing to do with this. I've not mentioned him not one time, so I'm not sure why other people still are.
Well, Celeste made some claims about
Well,
Tommy
yeah.
being involved in some
Those
things.
were 100% fabricated. I guarantee you that, because it never happened. The things that I've heard that were said about Tommy never happened. Regarding that, the three of us allegedly being involved in some sort of whatever situation.
Yeah, that's another reason why I'm gonna take some heat, is because it clears Tommy of a few things.
Well, like I've told you multiple times, if someone has evidence that Tommy did something, whether it was a lie, an event, or whatever, I don't know about that. I don't talk to Tommy enough to even know about any of that, nor do I even care about any of that. Like I've told you hundreds of times, I only care about things as they pertain to me. That's why I don't know who half of these other people even are, because I'm not involved in it. I'm only involved in my situation.
Yeah, Jonathan, we are supposed to be about the victims, but sometimes people lie, and I don't like being taken for a ride when, I really felt bad for her, and so did a lot of people. And when you find out that it's not true, it kind of pissed me off. Oh, Andrea D has a see. That's the thing. I know the answers to a lot of these questions, but sometimes I forget that not everybody else knows what I know.
Right.
But Andrea D is asking, how did you first find out that she was doing this, or was she doing it before she met you?
Um, that is a two-part loaded question. The second part of that about was she doing it before she met me, I am not going to directly comment because I don't have evidence to back it up, but there were things that were going on when we first met that I found out about shortly after that would lead me to believe that there may have been a situation going on. But when confronted about it, I just, was told a bunch of smokescreen and excuses and everything. And at the time, everything was new and I believed it foolishly, but I believed it.
No, Mandingo, don't take this like I. I can't stand Tommy. Uh, I will never be on his side. I'm just saying, and this by far does not clear him of most of what he's done. I'm just saying that for these specific claims, um, I mean, facts are. I don't like it. I don't like it either. But facts are facts, man.
I'm just saying that the state attorney, the CBI, the FBI, Douglas County Sheriff, and there was one other police agency, they don't just drop two major charges just because they felt like it. They drop them because after, like I said, they read some evidence that was presented and they found out that there were lies being told in a police report, which because of that happening, there's a different door that's going to be opened up here soon that I can't go into the details of yet, but it will. It's opening another door that's going to take things in a completely different direction.
So Edwards was lying. No, I don't know. Edward wasn't. Edward believed it. Edward wasn't
Yeah,
lying.
Edward
He
wasn't
just
lying during that 2 hour video. Edward was commenting based on what he was told. And I'll leave that
right.
at that.
Yeah, like Edward didn't make this shit up. He just. Now I believed it too. I believed it as much as everybody else did.
I will say that Edward was presented with some facts, a little bit less than what Bill was shown and told, but after being shown those facts, he still wants to maintain his stance, and that's fine. That's his opinion, but that opinion is not based on facts.
Right. Look, guys. I was just. I was probably more skeptical than you are now, and it took a while before I really started believing what Michael was telling me. Even as he was showing me, screenshots of this, and that, and the other, I was still like, okay, whatever. And I went into this trying to catch him lying. I went into it trying to gather evidence for CC. I don't actually talk to CC. I talk, through somebody else, and that person was also taken for a ride. You know. So yeah, I went into this with the intention of uh, getting more uh, on Michael to use against him, but it just didn't work out that way. Let's up on. She can come up. Anybody that wants to come. Well, actually,
if she comes
no.
up, I have to leave because I think
Yeah.
she
That's
would be
what I
with
was
it.
gonna
So.
say. That's yeah. Because there's still a protective order or whatever it's called. So she can't come up while Michael's up, but I would absolutely let her up.
Well, Zach, I hope your comments are not sarcastic, and I hope they're genuine. If they are genuine, then thank you for having a rational thought based on facts. Um, that's.
I've never seen that. I don't remember ever seeing that account, so it's probably new, and it's probably somebody that's banned from here for whatever reason. But so I don't know anything about Zach.
I don't want an apology from anyone, especially Ed. I will say that Ed made comments, like I said a minute ago, he made his comments based on information that he was given that was only statements only with nothing to back it up. So if that's how he felt about that situation, then that's fine. He's entitled to that. That's 100% fine. I don't want an apology from Bill. I don't want an apology from Ed. I don't want an apology from anyone. All I want is for everyone to know the truth, to see the facts. You can base your opinion and your situation on those facts. And if you still choose to feel a certain way, whatever it may be, that is your opinion, that's your entitlement, and that is your right. I am not mad, different, happy in whatever the situation may be. I want no apologies from anyone. Never have I.
I dragged you.
Bill, how many times have I said I want an apology from anyone?
I've never heard you say that. The only thing you asked for was to not be dragged until after court was complete. That's the only thing I've seen you ask for, which I think that's fair. And like I've already gotten heat from people just for talking to you, and they're just dead set. I mean, and I was too. Had I not seen what I've seen with the proof that you sent me, had I not seen all that, I still would be on the hate Michael train or whatever.
No, Mandingo, the protective order does not cover anything like that. It involves direct or indirect communication. Like if I were to say, "Oh, hey, tell someone I said so and so" or whatever, that's considered, that's what's under that. This is just free speech. People, us talking about a situation as it pertains to me. That's why I'm not mentioning anyone's name out of respect. You guys know the details that you know. I am keeping it as neutral as I possibly can. Am I still friends with Tommy? Okay, I was never the term friend for me is a very loaded question. I'm not really friends with anyone. I know people, I talk to people, I have acquaintances. I'm not like friends. Like I haven't even seen Tommy in at least a year. I've only talked to him on the phone a small handful of times in the entire time I've known him. So to use the term friend is a huge stretch. I have no friends
Part of the
because I
reason
choose to have no friends.
part of the reason that I don't talk to CC, and I've never talked to CC directly, and part of the reason that more recently that I decided not to was part of that was because of the third party contact. I don't want to be wrapped up in somebody saying that oh, Michael told me to say something to her or whatever. If I don't have any contact with her directly, then I can't even be caught up in that mess.
And I've never told you to say anything to anyone, and nor will I ever.
little white pinball hangings. Some of these fucking troll names, man. Um, yeah, I don't know anything about Zach. I don't remember ever seeing Zach around before. But
I don't even know
yeah,
what channels Tommy's even using to do his chit chats or lives or whatever the hell he does. I have no idea.
he lost his channels. I don't know. I'm not sub to Rachel's channel, but I would imagine he's probably doing it there. But yeah, he's lost all of his channels now, like within the last few days. Hey, Dominique. This is Michael Hilton.
Yeah, but I just wanted to basically clear up that the major charges that were brought against me have been dropped by the state of Colorado. And like I said, that doesn't happen just because they want to. That
Right.
happened because they have no evidence. And in the state's words today, we know that we don't have a strong case. That's why we're moving to dismiss this, because they saw the evidence. They saw a very specific 24 pages of evidence today.
That was. I imagine there was more, but that was like the text messages and stuff that you'd showed me a while back.
Yeah, just very, very specific evidence that has helped many situations along the last several months. Those specific 24 pages have come into play in multiple different facets and have played a huge part in a lot of things moving forward back in my direction that weren't before.
Right. I'm just pissed off because, and it got all of us. Like, like Ed didn't make this shit up, and Ed was not lying. Um, here's part of the problem is we are all biased. Or
I
at
don't
least a
blame
lot of us
you.
are
You
all
only
already
heard one side.
biased
Yeah.
against. Well, we are biased against Tommy, and the whole reason we got to hear her story, or probably 80% of the reason at least, is because it involved something that she alleged that Tommy did. Several things actually, and that's really um, why we listened to her. And I believe what she said. I dragged you too, and
I didn't even know who you were back then.
yeah. I do get less involved or try to be less involved in this kind of stuff, but I can't really. Like my channel isn't really supposed to be part of this whole thing, but I can't get away from it.
Right.
Um, but yeah, most of the community knows who I am. But have had a lot of attacks and people saying shit about me that's not fucking true, but I don't even try to fight it most of the time.
Yeah, I feel the same
But
way.
I mean, the people that have really been around a long time and know what I'm really about, they know that I'm real good at keeping secrets. They know that I sit up here and fucking take heat all the time just because I won't throw out a name.
Right.
Um, yeah. So what charge did they not drop?
The one charge that they have not dropped yet.
Yeah. I know the answer to that, but somebody in the chat's asking.
Yeah, the one charge is the pimping charge, and that one is still subject to being de-escalated to a lesser charge based on the findings of that charge are incorrect as they pertain to me. So we are petitioning for that charge to be dropped to I'm not sure like what it'll be yet, but it'll be something of a lesser charge. And in October, when I get some paperwork in hand stating everything that I've said tonight, I will come back on Bill's panel and I will show it all to you. 100%.
Yeah, we're gonna have to show. I wish I could screen share. I just don't have the ability because all I have is a phone. But
I don't even know what the
yeah,
I don't know how you'd even do that.
well, I actually don't either. But I know you can't do it from a phone.
JFK, I'm not sure. I was trying to ask that question today to my lawyer, and he said it was something that they would have to look into, but not saying this exactly, but something along the lines of like a disorderly conduct type charge, but not that charge specifically, but something of that nature. But it was just like he told me today. He goes, look, he goes, I represent real human trafficking cases. He goes, this is not that. He goes, I can tell that obviously based on everything that he's seen and read and seen more of. So this is a unique case for them because this is unlike anything they've ever had to deal with before, where all the aspects that are typical are not typical.
Right, and like he's not. Michael's not denying his involvement in it. He's just that she said that he was forcing her into it. Um, is not true. Hold on, I just saw
And
a question.
Andrea D, yes, you may ask. I did
Yeah,
not go with her for protection on any of her dates at her request, but she wanted to go do it on her own. And she said that she was in control of the situation and she did not need such events to occur.
she did a lot of like meeting rich guys in Vegas and shit like that, right? Or not Vegas,
Not Vegas, Blackhawk.
um, Blackhawk. Yeah, I keep saying Vegas, and I know that that's not right, but
Right.
at a big gambling facility.
Yes. Jonathan, that is a good question. I understand where you're coming from, but like I have said, and like Bill has said, and like I've told you guys before, I guess maybe no one remembers, but I've never said that I was innocent in the whole entire situation. I am saying that the things that the charges were dropped for, I did not do. I've never claimed innocence on the whole entire situation. But the facts as they have been told to everyone are not accurate. And that's why charges are being dropped and changed. Fucking is not against the law. Jesus.
Well, as long as you can get the sheep to sign a waiver, you're okay.
Cat eyes, my response to that statement is an adult involved in the situation was doing what that adult wanted to do on their own. And I have proof that they were acting on their own and doing things on their own. I have several hundred pages of evidence of that. No, I was not pandering her. If you look up the definition of a pandering charge, pandering means that you performed these acts at your house or at a place, like had a place to do this or whatever. So that is something that um, both of us are basically in violation of.
Yeah, it's not like I said, it's not a lifestyle I could do. I I don't know.
Yes,
I
Zach,
would stop.
that is a correct statement, Zach. At a minimum, until the other places are subpoenaed, I can prove where just a little over $32,000 went. I have that paperwork in my bedroom right now.
Yeah, I agree with Andrea here.
Yes, that is an excellent
It's
question
not
as well. I
it's not
I
something
made
I could.
Yeah, I made several arguments about this. There were discussions made early on from the beginning, and they were ignored due to someone's own feelings of security in their own situation. And I tried to make these arguments about those specific things happening, and I was told that there was nothing I needed to worry about and that I should accept it and deal with it. No, I did not meet her first time by the hour. That's where her current situation met her at, actually, if you want to know.
Michael's gonna need a damage control panel, no trying to get fire sign. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest that for anybody. Yeah, like I said, man, it's not something I could uh, handle myself. But uh, I don't know. And evidently, you didn't put up with it forever because you're getting divorced. But
Well, that's why I tried to leave at one point and left the state and tried to get a temporary custody order for my kids with evidence based on some situations that were going on at home that were endangering my children. And I tried to get all that done. And that's honestly why I left in December of that year, as I was trying to protect my kids.
was that? Did you go to Florida? Because I'm trying
Yep,
to remember when she
I did.
said
I did.
like you kidnapped your kids or some
I did
shit.
not kidnap my kids. I talked to the police that night. And in fact, when the police asked me why I was doing what I was doing, I told them the whole entire situation. And the cop's response was, keep driving, don't look back.
Because I don't remember the exact story now, but there was something that was said about uh, Tommy, and I fucking hate that I have to defend Tommy on some of this, but there was a story that Tommy helped you kidnap her kids. I don't remember exactly how that
No,
story went, but
actually, it's quite the opposite. She called him to have him and Cooley, I guess it was, or whoever he was with at that time. I don't really keep track of that. Whoever his person that he interacted with, she had them come over to the house, and it was a setup that I was supposed to get jumped by the roommate while Tommy and his friend took the kids and ran off with them. But then when I showed up and they allowed, or they saw what was going on, like the dynamic of the relationship, Tommy realized that he had been betrayed with information. So they left.
okay, yeah, like I said, I don't remember exactly how that story went, but I do remember that it was being talked about.
So like I said, you guys will see after October, you'll see the other door that's going to be opened up, and how this dynamic is going to change really quick. Because like I said, the dropping of one charge opens a different door. Yeah, I didn't even know that Tommy and Cooley were even there. They were sitting across the street in a car that I had not seen before. I think someone said a Subaru, maybe. I'm not really sure. It was a long time ago, but I did not even know that they were there. But they were not there for me in that regards. They were there because they were asked to be there by her. So the story was told backwards.
Okay. Like I said, I don't remember exactly how the story went, so I might have said it wrong, but I just remember something about that.
Yeah. There's been lots of stories told, and they were just, in fact, that, stories with no evidence. I have hundreds upon hundreds of pages of evidence, and that's why this case has gone the direction that it has. It is due to facts and proof and evidence. I don't need to get my straight story with Tommy or anyone because I know what happened. I know my involvement in the situation. If anyone states anything to the contrary of what I've stated, then that is either them remembering it wrong or them telling a lie. And I will stick to that.
That's the thing. Tommy lies so much you can't believe anything out of his mouth, you know.
Like I said, I don't pay that much attention to Tommy. I don't know what he says or doesn't say. It doesn't involve me, so I stay out of it. And whatever he's doing, that's him and that's his life. It has nothing to do with me. So I'm not angry about the situation, but I'm frustrated with the situation that everyone wants to, and I understand why, but I understand, everyone wants to group us in this like same category or whatever, and we do not need to be in the same category.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like I said, I don't. You have certain things in your lifestyle that I couldn't ever, that I don't agree with. But I mean, my biggest thing here is that you were accused of human trafficking and forced her into this, and we all got. My biggest thing is we all got sucked up into it, including me.
Because at the time you only heard one side with no proof.
Right, and it was told very well. I mean, yeah, there were some questions that some of it that didn't make sense, but I just thought I was dumb and didn't really put much heat into it like I should have.
Who is Todd? I keep referencing Todd. Who is Todd?
Todd is he's a dumb fuck, but he's kind of known for grifting, dry begging, just like trying to get money from people for.
Okay.
And he's just not very smart about it.
That's his thing. Has nothing to do with me. I don't care. That's fine.
Yeah, no, they're just being smartasses. When Todd gets brought up, they're just joking around.
Right. Well, I'm saying I don't know a lot of y'all's backstory, and I don't know who most of you even are. So the only people I've even really know a little bit about were people that I talked to in chat on the couple of catches I ever went on with Tommy like 2 years ago. And that would be like Cat Eyes and a couple other people here and there. But
right. Look, Tommy told a big fucking, well, not a big, but Tommy lied about like a while back. Tommy said on one of his live streams that Michael and I talked. I forget how I worded it constantly, but
oh yeah,
Michael was actually the first one to tell me about it, and that wasn't true. Like him saying that we talked X amount of times. At that point, we hadn't.
We had talked. I think he said that we talked like 6 to 8 times a day. And when he made that comment, that we hadn't even talked that many times in total over the
Right,
course of a
right,
few weeks. But
right.
I mean, I'm not going to fault him for making an incorrect statement, really, because I mean, honestly, Tommy talks fast, and Tommy, goes, talks about a lot of stuff, and if he misspoke and said something incorrectly, like whatever. I mean, it's okay. He said it. Okay, what are we going to do about it? Does it matter? No.
Right.
But I mean,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think that there's
it
bigger fish
didn't.
to fry that you guys seem to be focused on with him. I don't think him making a
Right.
comment about an amount of phone calls between me and you have anything to do with all these other people who are trying to catch him in whatever it is you guys are trying to catch him in. I don't know. I stay out of that.
Well, I mean, that particular lie didn't, cause any damage or anything. But it
It
proves
was an
that
incorrect statement. Yeah, and I did
he's
ask him
told.
about
Well,
that.
no, he's told some fucking big ones about me.
Okay.
You can't really believe anything that comes out of the guy's mouth.
And
I mean,
like
I
I've told
realize that
you,
you don't
my
know him as well as
limited
I do, but
my limited interaction with him is in fact that he has never wronged me in any type of way. He's never said anything negative or derogatory about me. I mean, that's my personal experience with my personal opinion, and that's all I have to base anything off of. Whatever you guys do, any of you, all of you, whoever, whatever you guys do, that's on you and that's your situation. That's fine. Like that's go ahead and do whatever you're doing. Like has nothing to do with me.
right.
But him and I do not need to be grouped into the same category, especially as it pertains to the situation that we're talking about tonight. He has no part in it, nothing to do with it, very limited knowledge of it. The only thing he would even know if it was something that I had even told him. I'm pretty sure he's made no effort to research anything on his own regarding me because it doesn't involve him. So why would he care? I don't blame him. I probably wouldn't care either if it was reversed. But I do know that during a certain video, there were certain allegations made against him stating his involvement in certain situations. And I assure you, those things never remotely happened, weren't talked about, never existed. They were completely made up and fabricated. And you know what those situations are, Bill.
Yeah, I do. But the thing is, though, there is so much shit that we know about that we know Tommy actually did do.
That's
That when this
fine.
kind of thing comes up, it was not hard to believe
Well,
that
yeah,
it
I get
happened.
that. I get that. I
You know,
understand where you're coming from with that. Absolutely. But I'm just here to tell you that those things never happened.
right.
They were
And after what I've seen and um, the stuff that we were told in that Eye of the Storm video versus like the actual proof that you've shown me. I mean, anything she says now is suspect to me.
if you lived in this state, Bill, you could come over to my house and I would sit down and I would let you have free reign to go through my whole entire file of paperwork that I have of everything. And you could read it all 100% for yourself, see it all 100% for yourself, and take that information and use it how you like.
Well, I mean, just like the text messages that you showed me that you're that you're using as evidence to clear yourself,
Right.
and the other court documents, plus these charges being dropped today. Um, yeah, I mean, I've seen proof from what you're saying, but I've seen no proof from what she said. Um,
Like I said, only one of
there's
us
just
has ever shown physical proof. And no, Jay Silly, I am not a trafficker. That charge was dropped today, so we can remove that word from everyone's vocabulary because that does not apply to me. It was merely an accusation.
Oh, PatCon has a good question that I've asked myself a few times. Why does everyone be able to go through their personal belongings? I don't know, PatCon. The only thing that I like to go through without consent is people's underwear drawers. But other than that, I don't give a shit.
Okay, Jonathan, if you live 10 minutes from Douglas County, sure, if you want to see it, I'll show it. That's not a problem. No,
Dude,
I have not referred to myself as innocent. I am saying that the charges that I was initially charged for were not accurate, they were not true, and 2 of the 3 were dropped. I have never said that I am innocent. I've never said that. I am only innocent of those specific things that were dropped because there was no factual basis and they found out that someone lied in a police report.
Right. He's not denying his part that he actually had in it. He's just denying that it was that she was forced into it because based on the actual evidence that I've seen, she certainly wasn't being forced into it.
Not till Ed says so. I missed the part where Ed was the authority on people's innocence or guilt, but sure, whatever.
They're just being a smartass. Dude, and remind me, just remind me about some friendly advice because I'll forget to tell you. I don't want to say it live, but I'll tell you later. Just remind me that I said that, and
okay,
I'll tell you something that I don't want to say here.
That's fine.
They want to know what your pimp name is.
Oh, I did not have one, and nor would I need one. So
we can give you one.
I mean, sure, if you feel you need to make something up, whatever helps everyone sleep better at night.
Well, your last name is Hilton, as in like Hilton Hotels, and there are always hotels involved. So somebody come up with something that kind of goes along with that.
I've never smoked a cigarette a day in my life. I've never smoked weed a day in my life. I have not consumed alcohol in 29 years. So, yep, we can drop that shit. Cat Eyes, I wish I could better explain that situation that you're referring to, but that would have to be a conversation between me and you, and I will gladly explain the full details of why things occurred the way that they did. But that's one for me and you.
I guess if you guys are
no, I don't do drugs. I've actually been on probation for the last over a year and have to call in every day for random drug tests, which the ones I have taken have all come back negative. I volunteered for drug tests through some other agencies that I've had to deal with, and not one of them have ever come up with anything. So no, there are no drugs involved in my life at all. I have no reason.
If you don't do drugs, man, that's your loss and it's on you. I'm kidding.
You can do mine for me, Bill, if you need to.
No problem.
Okay. You misunderstand the situation, Cat Eyes. You really do. If you could read these 24 pages, I bet you would change your outlook on some things.
Mom, that's the thing. Had I not seen this stuff with my own two eyes, I wouldn't believe you either. And I wish to God one of us could screen share because we could show. We can't show everything right now because there's still uh, court going on. But
Right.
after everything's said and done, and he can speak completely freely, I will get somebody who can screen share, and we'll give it all to that person, and then we can show you all of this stuff um, later on. But I wouldn't if I hadn't seen the proof. See, I didn't like Michael either. You know, I was after that video, man. I fucking dragged him, and I didn't like him. And had I not seen the actual proof with my own two eyes, I probably would have still let him up here, but only to like let him hang himself or whatever. And that was really when I first started talking to him. That's what I was doing. I was trying to gather information to give to um, the individuals that I was talking to. But the more I saw, the less guilty he looked, and I, things kind of changed a little bit. That's why I said going into this that I'm gonna make some enemies out of friends tonight, and people are gonna come at me that normally don't. So
That is a
it is
very
what it is.
accurate, fair statement, Pat Con. That is very accurate. That is pretty much hitting the nail on the head there.
Right? Yeah, this was all leveled against him. How was it? Like 2 years ago? I don't remember exactly, but
Year and a half, 2 years. I don't remember. I think
a while ago.
that video came out in fuck, was it like August or September or something of 22? So yeah, maybe just about a year.
Okay, I don't really remember. I'm not good with remembering time frames, but yeah. Anyway, there was a whole ass video made. People keep asking why he's up here doing this. It's because there was a whole fucking video made about him, and a lot of what was said about him um, just wasn't true.
Except I'm just clearing the air that the human trafficking never occurred in any way, shape, or form, and that was now proven in a court of law today. So do what you want with that information.
Yeah, it wasn't forgotten for this guy. Jay Silly, you're free to not listen either. In fact, I can make it easy for you if you want. And it has been brought up several times since that video came out.
Live from an orgy party. Oh.
Damn it, Constantine! If you're in the middle of a fucking orgy, just go. Get the fuck out of here, man. There's nothing.
Get out of
There's nothing
chat.
here for you, man. Go back. Find some boobies to play with or something, man.
Right.
I wish to God I had some right here with me.
Pat Con, who are you referring to? Said he stopped talking about it. Are you talking about Ed or Bill or who? Who are you talking about? So I can maybe clear it up for you, or clear it up for myself, I guess. Because Ed was shown some evidence, but I did not show him as much as I've shown Bill because it was proven to me someone's motives. So that's why I stopped turning over any more evidence to him.
Yeah, Constantine picks her. It didn't happen.
Yes, Ed did bring this up all the time. And the last time he made that video where he was dragging me about lying about some pictures that were on the internet, he wanted me to send him my text messages proving what my statement was regarding those messages. And I was at work that afternoon working and did not see the messages till a couple hours later. during which time he posted that video to drag me for lying. But once I found out, I asked him, do you still want me to send you the screenshot because I have it saved in my phone? And he said, no, too late. So I sent it to Bill, and Bill knows exactly what that message said. And it contradicts what was said about me.
I mean, I don't blame you at all, man, for wanting to. I mean, dude, I get dragged constantly, and the vast majority of the shit they say about me is not true. I don't really, usually, I don't care enough to go up and refute it, because I really don't give a shit what these motherfuckers think. But I understand having your name dragged through the mud with, especially with shit that's not true, and wanting to clear it up. I get that.
Those 24 pages helped within 3 days my kids to be returned to my household 100% of the time back in December, and got me a formal apology from everyone involved in the kids' case after they read those messages. And the statements that were made to me were, we now realize the risks in this situation moving forward. And we are upset that we were made to believe that someone pretended to be a victim was not a victim at all. And they were very upset about that. And they returned my kids to me 3 days later. So you tell me what's in those 24 pages.
That was something else that kind of grabbed me about CC is she has two sets of kids, and uh, the other kids, like their biological father died, and the stepmother has them. It's just weird to me that she has. Usually, when you go to court about kid stuff, it almost always gets thrown in the woman's favor, whether it should be or not. And like she's got two sets of kids, and she doesn't have uh, like full custody of either set, and one of them, like their father's dead. So there's just something weird about that grabbed me.
I'm not going to speak anything about that entire situation because honestly, I don't know what's going on with that situation. So there's nothing I could speak on because I have no facts or knowledge of anything about that. So that's between the parties involved in that situation, not me. I don't know anything about it.
Right. I don't know. I know what I've been told what happened to their father, but I've been told a couple of different things, and they don't match up. And I don't know the actual truth other than
Well,
he is dead. And
I know what someone was planning for 8 years, but
yeah, we probably shouldn't. I mean, it's up to you if you want to talk about that. Go ahead, but
I can't. The things that I know about that were involving conversations made in private between me and one constant individual and multiple other random individuals to try to make arrangements. That's all I'm leaving it at. But there were deals being offered and plans being made by multiple individuals. So that is what it is. I'm not saying someone did or didn't or any involvement. I have my own opinions and I'll keep those to myself.
yeah, it's probably best.
Yeah. Because like I said, if I can't prove it, I'm not going to talk about it.
Charlie Brown said, "Why is he banned?" I don't know. I don't know why Charlie Brown is banned. My mods are supposed to, when you ban somebody, or they're supposed to take a screenshot of why and send it to me. But I have no idea why Charlie Brown is banned. If anybody knows, you can DM me. I mean, it's like not a good reason. I'll unban him.
Well, I think I've stated my situation, and like I said, as soon as the paperwork is in hand, we will figure out how to do the screen share thing, and we'll put it all up there and let everyone see it.
Right. Yeah.
And when the time comes, y'all can read those 24 pages yourself.
I've seen it, y'all. This puts me in a really bad position because now I'm going to have people coming at me that don't normally come at me. I'm going to have people
Well,
who's
you're armed with facts. You know, you're armed with proof. You've been shown the proof. You've been given the proof.
yeah, it doesn't matter though. So, all right, man. Yeah, after court's all done and you're free to show more of.
Yeah,
As soon as we're free to show everything, then we will have to do that.
we will have a much different video.
Yeah, I'll get somebody that can screen share, and then you'll have to send everything to them, and then as we go along, they can.
If I had
post
like
it
a
up and
laptop
everybody.
or something, could I do it? Is that how you have to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you can do it. You can do it with a computer. I just don't know how to tell you how to do it. But yeah, yeah. If you have a laptop, like we can maybe do like a practice run, which historically for me practice runs don't go very well. But yeah, we can do that.
Whether or not the receipts mean anything to you is different than what they mean to me and what they mean to other people who have any type of interest in this situation specifically. So I know Bill cares. I know there are some other people who care. And I just think anyone who is in search of the truth might want to know.
Yeah. The thing, I mean, the thing that I am most pissed off about, and like the reason I'm giving Michael a platform is I'm pissed because I was taken for a ride, and so were a lot of you that were around because I fucking believed you know what I mean? There was a few things that didn't make sense, but yeah.
And I am not going to speak as to any of Tommy's other situation, but I will say that the situations that he was accused of in that video definitely never happened and are completely false and fabricated. Whatever else you guys want to dig on, that's on you. I don't know. I have nothing to do with that.
Actually, I've just gotten offers to show the evidence for you if you're not able to do it yourself, so we'll be good.
I would need to review which pieces you're wanting to show and that, just to make sure, their context.
Well, no, I would have to put you in contact with whoever's going to show it, and then you'll have to send them, everything because.
Okay.
If I try to do it because I've gotten like it here and there, I'll get the shit all out of order and whatever. So this way, if you do, I'll just put you in contact with that person, and then it'll be exactly what you want to show.
I mean, just as long as it's someone that you trust, and like not like the last person I tried to talk to and didn't go well.
Yeah.
There's a reason I only still talk to you, Bill. You know what that reason is.
Is it my sexy voice?
Well, I mean, what else would it be?
Right. I got nothing else to offer.
No, you've actually kept your word, and nowadays that's a hard thing to find. And like you said, you started out this with bad intentions, and I did not know that, but through the course of showing you evidence and showing you receipts and showing you truth, you changed your opinion about the situation, and that's all I've ever asked.
Yeah, I mean, some people don't want to believe it, but um, an awful lot of people do trust me with sensitive information.
And
Most
what
of it I
about,
can't talk. It drives me nuts because people will tell me all this stuff about a certain person, and I get pissed off and want to do something about it. And they're like, "Nope, I don't want to be involved." So I can't do anything with it.
yeah.
you know?
Well, like I said, you've been nothing but respectful in our situation. You've not said things if I told you not to say it, and told you what things you could say if you needed to, and that respect has been maintained. And I have told you several times, I want you to catch me in a lie. I dare you to try to catch me in a lie. Like, go ahead, please do. Because if there's something that you even think is remotely untrue, I'm sure I probably have the paperwork to back it up to show you that it is true. So,
Yeah. I mean, and I've done shit to try to trip you up. It just didn't work.
yeah, I mean, please, by all means, do. Like, I want you to. I want you to be disappointed by the fact that you're not going to find out that I'm bullshitting you or lying to you, because I haven't. I never have. I've told you the
Well,
100% truth about everything.
I would tell something else that I don't think I've mentioned tonight. You know about it, but like doing some research and digging on my own,
Yeah.
like tracking down, like looking into certain phone numbers and stuff. I mean, I found some evidence that she was doing this on her own that Michael didn't even know about. Um, so it wasn't stuff that like Michael said, "Oh, here, look at this." It was stuff that I found on my own and that he didn't even know about. And the stuff was marked from like 7 months prior to this, which was well before Michael and I ever started talking. So it wasn't like he would have like back then be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do this thing in 7 months, and you know what I mean. Like it wasn't something that would have been easily planned out ahead of time.
I never broke my foot
So
kicking anyone. I broke my foot. I broke a toe, actually, by I kicked my Suburban out of frustration one night. It was not aimed at a person. It was aimed at an object, which was a 6,000 pound piece of metal at the time. There was no person in the way, no person that was in the line of, nothing like that. Who's the victim here? Who do we, who are we saying the victim? Victim of what?
Jonathan, we aren't dragging anybody. In fact, I'm asking all of you not like don't drag CC and don't uh,
There's no reason
harass
to.
her in any way.
No reason for any of that.
But no, Jonathan, we're not dragging her. This guy just wants to prove that he's not guilty of what he was very publicly accused of amongst this group of people, and he just wants to prove that he's innocent of that part. So nobody's dragging her, and she's not. She wasn't forced into uh, prostitution, and I've seen tons of proof of that actually.
I wish the chats would let me just like throw up like a screenshot or something, like how you can send a picture message. I wish I could just like do that. But I guess that's not even an option
Yeah.
in here.
No, like I said, all I have to work with is a phone, and you're on the phone too. So
Yeah.
like, there's just no way to do it with the phone, but you can with the laptop. I don't know how to explain to you how to do it, but
That's weird. It
like
gives
I
you
have
that
to give
difference.
your if you want to like you can use your other device to use the link to jump up here, and then I give you I add that just like it
Oh, okay.
did bring you up here, and from there I don't know from your end exactly how to do it. We'd have to figure all that out.
So just be talking on one device and then showing, the paperwork on another device in the same chat. Yeah.
We can do it that way, or you can jump up with your laptop just like you did with your phone. And then even from there, just with one device, we can, I don't know how to tell you how to do it, but we can screen share that way because I've done it. We've done it before.
Right. I think that there's two specific things that I've showed you. The one regarding where it stated something that was theirs in reference to the AA thing that we remember we laughed about.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a good message to show. And the other one regarding the how shall I put this? How they were going to do things on their own, or how they were doing things on their own. Yes,
Right.
those two are very compelling. Definitely. But they were very compelling enough for the DA today. That's for sure.
Right. I mean, most DAs, I believe. Well, I mean, I guess there's probably a few dirty ones out there. In fact, I know there are, but most DAs, they salivate at taking somebody down for human trafficking. You know, so they would. That's a charge that they really. I mean, human trafficking is really like the worst thing because, like people involved in human trafficking get raped, get murdered. So like all of the worst crimes are wrapped up together in that charge. So that's really like the worst thing. And if they're willing to drop it, I don't want to say easily, but
easily, that's for sure.
It's but yeah, I can't remember if we. No, we did talk about Tommy getting arrested for. Well, I think was it child abuse or child neglect. I forget what the exact charge is, but
the thing that just happened a couple days ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know what the exact charge is. I only know the little bit that you told me. But you said that you even said that you didn't know if that's what happened. That's just what you were told.
Yeah, I
don't know.
The only reason I'm talking about it now is I was actually responding to the chat. But yeah, I know what Tommy said happened, but fucking Tommy lies so much. Who knows?
Like I said, doesn't involve me, so it's not my concern to worry about. That's not saying anything bad about anyone. That's just, that's
right. No, I was really responding more to the chat. I didn't really expect you to have any inside information on that.
When you've asked me things, and I've told you everything that I know. And if I didn't know it, I've told you I don't know anything about it. That's just pretty cut and dry right there.
Right.
If anything, I've been overly honest with you. Probably more than I should have, but it's the truth, so it is what it is.
Well, I'll be real honest with you, man. There are things that you told me that if I were in your position, I would not have told me. Now, I never violated anything that you asked me to keep quiet. Anything you asked me to keep quiet, I kept quiet. But yeah, there were things that if I were in your position, I wouldn't have told me, because if I were you, I wouldn't trust me. You know what I mean?
Proving something to you.
Yeah, but anything that you told me in confidence has stayed confident.
Right.
I mean, that's something that 99.9% of the time I respect with anybody. There's been so many fucking times where I was taking heat, and if I would have just dropped one certain piece of information or dropped one name, it would have took the heat off of me. But I don't give a fuck. I'll sit here and take the heat if it means keeping somebody's secret.
Yeah.
I still hold the secret to people who stabbed me in the back.
I wish I had some information still screenshotted or otherwise from 9 years ago. I wish I still had some stuff that I had seen back on that fateful day. I wish I still had that stuff because that would change the dynamic too. And you and I have talked about it, but I'm not bringing it up on here because like I said, I don't have that proof anymore, but I know what existed. So.
Right. Yeah, that's another thing. Is like there's shit that like I know happened, but like I'm not either. I don't. Sometimes there are things that we talked about. I talk about with somebody over the phone, and I don't record most of my fucking calls, so I don't have that evidence. But there's also some shit that I know that I've got text messages, screenshots of, but I'm not fucking digging through 2 years worth of text messages to find one little thing. You know what I mean? I'm just not doing it, even if it would prove my point or clear me or whatever. But
I've been doing that a lot.
Well, yeah,
for a year and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, it wanted me to be different. If I was looking at going to jail, then yeah, I'd do it. But as far as satisfying people on the internet, just no.
Well, let's just say it's definitely paid off that I take screenshots and save everything. Because if I had not, this conversation wouldn't be happening today.
Right. Yeah, if you didn't, if you would have just came to me with a story, I would have listened to it, and you know what I mean. But like you've shown me actual proof of stuff that, But yeah, if you just like told me a story that didn't match, this would be going very different. You know what I mean? I might have let you up here to tell it, and then if I had like facts to the contrary, then I'd burn you with it. But that's just not how it went. That was how I was planning on it going at first, but no.
All right. I mean, has anyone ever stopped to think about the fact that no other supporting facts have ever been shown by anyone else ever through this whole thing? Not one piece of anything? A little weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's most people's knee-jerk reaction to especially when it's like a well put together thing. It's especially with the victim story, it's a knee-jerk reaction to believe it.
Yeah.
And I believed it. I was all in on it at first.
I don't blame you. Like I've told you, I probably would have too. If that's the only information that I had, yeah, I'd probably form the same exact opinion without having any other knowledge of any other side of any other story, without hearing any other proof from anyone else. Yeah, why wouldn't I believe it? And why not?
Right. Oh, did somebody time out Rod Plummer?
Oh, it definitely
That's what sucks
me,
about.
Pretty sure I
Well,
can't
yeah,
even
no,
hear
when you.
So.
Yeah. That's what sucks about StreamYard is I can't tell who's been timed out and who hasn't. Freya, come on.
All right, I gotta get ready for bed. I gotta take a shower and stuff. So.
All right, man. Well, yeah, we'll do this when we're better prepared to show the screenshots of what we've been talking about.
Yeah, like I said, there's more information coming, and there's another door that's about to get kicked open, and y'all will see. You're definitely going to see that soon.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait till after your court date in October, right?
Yeah, that's when the that other door's getting opened, and when I can show all the paperwork and stuff.
Right. Okay.
Yep. And that'll be
All right, y'all. Yeah. So probably be in October before we can
October
do that.
23rd.
All right. So sometime after October 23rd, we'll be able to
Yeah.
do all that.
I've already requested paperwork from the district attorney today, so I'm hoping to get something in regards to that. They told me I should hear something by Monday, so I can get at least the part to show you about what's being dropped and why.
All right. Yeah, that'd be big on the list of things that we need to show.
Yeah, like I said, I already put that on the request list when I called and requested that today.
I might even. I mean, you're only allowed so much room on a community post. I think it's 5 pictures you can show on a community post. I don't remember exactly, but
I don't know.
like some of the big ones, I can put on a community post, and then it'll just be there.
Okay. So it's all going to be public record, so anyone can dig and find
Oh
it.
yeah, definitely people will be digging it.
Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely fine.
All right, man. Well, take it easy.
All right. Have a good night, sir.
All right, later.
Bye-bye.
All right. I think I already whined about everything else that I wanted to whine about before he came up. I don't know. What do you guys think? Somebody wants to come up and talk about shit. The link should be pinned. I'm not guilty of trafficking, just being a dick. Well, that's you can make the argument that that's accurate. Send the link. The link should be posted, but I'll drop it out here for you. Damn it, if it'll let me. Come on. All right, hang on. I got to make a new link. Fucking thing. My phone sucks, guys. I'm sorry. Invite guest. Copy. Exit out. Blah, blah, blah. Post comment. Come on. Phone's lagging. Sorry about that. But yeah, it should be pinned in the comments. What's up, Danielle? Danielle, sweetheart, as soon as I have confirmation, like most of my mods, I've had actual phone conversations with, so I know who the hell they are. Not necessarily their real names, but oh shit, guys. All right, everybody, cover your eyes. This might be a helicopter.
Nah, hey.
What's going on, Charlie Brown?
Hey, what's up, Bill?
What's going on tonight?
Nothing, just the usual.
Are you naked?
Hey,
Oh shit. I think we lost him.
Bill.
Yeah, what's up? You kind of roboted there.
Oh, okay, my bad. What do you think about Tommy and supposedly that he's a good dad?
Say that again?
What do you think about Tommy and him being a good dad?
Did you say, what do I think about Tommy and him being a good dad?
Yeah.
I don't think he is, man. If he would spend more time with his kids, like he spends hours a week on fucking YouTube on panels and stuff. Not spending time with his kids, and like if police are getting involved, that's a red flag. And I think that him constantly talking about, like, that the kids' friends and stuff watch the stuff on YouTube, and they're getting shit about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If my dad was on YouTube being a bum and I'm in high school, come on, how embarrassing is that? You can tell me some piece of shit.
Yeah, I agree.
And he thinks he's the best person ever because he helps other people, but besides his kids and his team, he wants to make fun of Edward because he has no teeth. And look at Lisa and Vanessa, and they literally have no teeth. I thought he was at
Well,
least going to get him a dental plan.
I have no idea what Lisa, or I have no idea what they look like. Um, I don't watch a lot of this stuff, but
You don't want to see
there
the
there's a
dental.
there's a lot of petty shit that goes both ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm.
Wait a
And then you notice that the other day when the cops asking Tommy shit about pictures, he put it on mute.
Put what on me?
No, put it on mute. Tommy's a piece of shit.
Oh, okay. No, I
Literally, he
agree.
didn't trash people. He's a piece of shit. And the first time I ever watched him was whenever he looked like a clown over there in San Antonio or wherever, begging for his money back after he stayed there for fucking 3 days.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, that was him sicking his 1 million
That's
followers
why I
on, or
came
whatever the
into the
fuck he said.
community, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold on, what the fuck? This fool is over here begging for his money back after he's over here doing extra ass shit. And then I would always hear, oh, Edward, Edward. But you know what? Tommy doesn't love drama. He doesn't like drama.
Right.
He stays away from it, but always goes back to it. Oh, guys, I'm not gonna say nothing about it, but there's people that he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I completely agree. I've always thought I didn't like Tommy before it was fashionable. I just
Oh yeah, me
wasn't
too.
making
Hey,
a big
hey,
deal about it.
hey, bro, I came in here. I'm telling you, when I seen that motherfucker right there,
Are you roboting, dude? I lost you. I mean, look, here's a
21, but I was getting banned and blocked everywhere. So I mean, I got about 80 names. You
well, I
know.
mean, I don't know why you got banned from my channel. I really don't, but um, I'll try to remember
Because
to
I was the
take care of
original
that.
Mr. Finnegan, just to let you know.
Say what?
I was the original Mr. Finnegan.
Oh, really? Okay.
Uh, that day that Alex got into live, and he was like, "Oh, I wonder who's gonna have Mr. Finnegan." I was the first one.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, then I am familiar with you.
Yeah, yeah, I've been around, man, but yeah.
Yeah, it's something I'm responding to something somebody said in the comments. Here's a problem that
Oh yeah,
I
I can't
have
even the
is
comments, bro. But
no, that's
hey,
cool,
bro,
man.
I like Savvy, man. I think that everybody just picks on her because of fucking Thigh that says everybody pick on her, and I think fucking Locksmith should have smoked that motherfucker because he invited Locksmith.
Yeah, he did.
He
He did
literally
tell
said, "Oh,
Locksmith to come
Locksmith,
over.
hold
I
on, hold
saw
on, hold
that.
on, Locksmith." When he was putting the
Yeah, here's so I'm just responding to something that somebody said in the chat here, and here's the thing that I'm stuck in is like it used to be. I would protect the catchers at all costs, but there came a point where people just want to say, "Oh, he catches Preds," so they're allowed to treat people like shit and scam people just because they catch Preds, and it's awesome if they catch Preds, I don't want anybody to stop doing that. But at the same time, when they use their platform as a way to get money out of people or to use people in other ways besides financial, and then just generally treat people like shit, and then they hide behind, well, I catch predators, so I'm above everybody else. People tend to put catchers on pedestals, and it doesn't really matter what you call them out for. There are people that will just defend them no matter what. And I used to be like that, but I just got so sick of seeing people just using their and an awful lot, not all of them, but an awful lot of them are pieces of shit in their real lives, so they do this to make themselves feel better about themselves or to make themselves look better.
Hey, Bill, how can I get on camera?
What's that? Oh, hang
How can I
on.
get on camera? Okay,
Hold on a second.
Ain't nobody come over here. I'm in Oak Cliff, Texas.
All right. Sorry about that. We lost him, and then somehow I kicked myself, but I'm back. If you're still listening, dude, you can come back up. I don't know what happened. I think he has a shitty connection. No, I didn't kick anybody. We just lost connection. You're welcome to come back up. Here, I'll throw out the link for you again. I tell you, it's best if you, when you come up on StreamYard, it's best if you use a headset because it's really hard to hear people and understand them without the headset. Not even StreamYard even tells you that. I think that's part of why we couldn't hear him. Yeah, Rod Plummer. I get sick of hearing about Tommy too. And that's one of the reasons why I just don't watch very much of this shit. It's like doesn't matter who it is, it's the same thing again and again and again. All right, you're back.
What's up?
There you go. Now we can hear you.
Oh yeah. What's up, Bill?
Not a whole
You know
lot.
what? I'm gonna give you some coke, and I'm gonna do it for you.
Oh, damn, dude. I appreciate that because I can't do it myself right now. It kind of looks like you're going to meet somebody right now. Just don't put them on camera.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Hey,
because that looks
Billboard, man, I
exactly like the
appreciate what you
same.
do, man. Hey, I like your lives and everything, man. And you know what? Fuck die and fuck all the haters. You're doing a good thing, man. You always give everybody
All
a
right, man.
voice. Yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate it,
I
Bill.
try to.
Yeah. I'll see you
All right,
around,
man.
man.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming
it.
up. All right, dude.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right, man. Later on. Oh, somebody remind me to unblock Charlie Brown. All right, y'all. Oh, I got sidetracked. Anyway, um, Danielle, sweetheart, I would love to rent you, but I have to, uh, I have to know that you are who you are presenting yourself to be. I'm not asking you to mail me your panties or anything, you know. Although that also would get you a rent. What else have we got? Yeah, one of the somebody that you all know um, wants to have her live panel cherry broken, and she's gonna allow me to do it. She just gotta make up her mind to get there. I mean, she asked me. I didn't ask her. We're waiting on that. What else is coming up? Oh yeah, we'll have a really don't know when exactly, but and it's completely unrelated to this stuff. But if you're interested in knowing why, how the politicians are able to stack the deck against us by putting people in key positions, it goes all the way back to how lawyers get licensed. And we're gonna have somebody up here that's gonna break all that stuff down for us. She has sent me tens of thousands of pages of documents that, of course, I'll never be able to fully read them. But she's been involved, and she's won some cases in federal court. Um, and she's gonna show us how these motherfuckers get people into positions of power that pass laws where to protect the transgender children so that they can have their body parts chopped off when they're 8 years old to transition. You know, fuck that. But anyway, um, like she can break it down as to how we wind up getting people like that and how the good people are kept even from getting their law license when they should have it. So that'll be cool. All right, y'all. I think it's been almost 2 hours. I'm gonna give you like 1 minute for somebody to jump up here. Otherwise, I'm shutting this thing down. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. What's up, Vlad? Vlad, I hope everything's going well with you, man. Oh yeah, I have an update on my dad. I can't remember if I told you guys or not, but they did find he has an artery on his heart that's enlarged. They're keeping an eye on that, but they still don't know why his pancreas is inflamed, which is what's causing him all the problems right now. He's actually um, oh, yeah. Lost my train of thought. I don't know actually what. I just completely lost my fucking train of thought. I saw something shiny and I forgot what I was saying. All right, y'all. I got to answer this message back. It's been real. It's been fun, but I'm not really having a whole lot of fun. So I'm checking out. Y'all take it easy and stay naked.